I'm gonna sit over here.
Okay,
We're barely hanging on.
this is
here.
as close, and I'm gonna stick this with Phyllis.
It's warm.
This,
Somebody must have been sitting on. Well, I was sitting down there.
Okay,
You know,
so-
my chiropractor wanted me to get me.
Okay, so we are live, girls.
Okay.
Welcome to Power Chicks Live. We are back in town. Carolyn and Mary Lou, it's good to see you guys too. I'm not sure which camera is on right now, so I'm guessing it is this one. Okay, so I'll talk to this instead of to the computer. Anyways, we have Doris, Judy, and Phyllis hanging out with us today here, and so it's been quite a day. Trying to get unpacked and get the all the samples back up on the walls from Spokane, Washington. It's always fun to go do a show, but it's kind of really nice to be back, except for that the whole shop is torn apart. So we have some things that we just have onesies or twosies of that we want to get rid of. So lots of good pricing today. So so just think about Christmas gifts, like some of the panels you can make pillows or different things. Hey, Terracotta. Thank you, Mary Lou. I'm wearing them today so you can see them unaltered. But I'm hoping this weekend I can add some doilies and laces and funky them up. So hopefully this weekend I can get to that. All right, so we are going to start with the sale. I think everybody is ready. If you have never joined one of our sales, all you have to do is comment S. S is the number of what we're showing you, and that's you saying you're committing to it and the number. So we're going to just start. Whoops. Okay. And
it is booby trapped.
everything is booby trapped. It's so high, I can't see the girls on the other side. But we do have a lot of these panels. It is Halloween, $6, S62.
It's sideways.
S62. So this would be a fun one to make a tote bag. Well, you would actually be able to make 2 tote bags, or you could make 4. Use this as the front of your tote bag, and then make a different fabric on the back. Or you could make pillows or banners for your yard. The houses on the top are super cute. S62 is $6. S62 is $6. And then we have Halloween here. So we have such a wide variety. We do, let me get to the Halloween under here. Well, let me do these since they're in my hand. We'll get back to Halloween. Here is, I guess that I sold the sample because I've torn the shop apart today looking for the sample. So this was our Crazy Monkey kit, and we still have quite a few of these kits, but no sample. So I'm either going to have to remake the sample or just sell it to you guys. It's 47 inches by 49 inches, and it has everything you need except for the backing and the batting. But this is what it looks like. Super quick and easy, great kind of mindless one. S75 is $40, and it's normally $48.95. So I think you're saving $8. So I think that's 20% off. So S75 is $40, and that is the complete quilt top and the binding for the quilt. So it's got cute little bananas and monkeys. So if you need a quilt that could go girl or boy, this would be a great one for that. This is the panel. S125 is $6. S125 is $6. So you could make, you could cut these up and make a quilt. You could make little pillows. You could probably do 4 in one. If you're doing a smaller baby quilt, you could do 4 of these in each quilt and have 2 quilts for only $6. S125. S125 is $6 for the monkey quilt pattern for the panel. And then we have some onesies here. So while I was trying to clean up, I was finding all kinds of like random stuff. So we've obviously already sold out of the collection. And then we have this one piece left. So if you want, this is what it looks like. This is owls. So if you're looking for like kind of wintry snow owls, we only have it is Quilting Treasures fabric, and we only have $6 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, or $2 a fat quarter. If somebody wants the whole piece,
I do.
oh, sorry, that's gone already.
I didn't see that.
Okay, so hey, welcome everybody. So we've got a lot of sale stuff. Like as I was putting stuff away in the shop, like there's not enough space. I know that I say that all the time, but for real, it's not enough space. So we've got a lot of onesies. We've got some good fat quarter deals. We've got a lot of just clearancing things out. So if you want to buy anything, all you have to do is just press, put in S. S is you committing to it. If it's limited, we do go to the person who puts it in first. Or if it's a small quantity, we give it to the person who wants the largest quantity so we don't have to cut it because it is such good deals. This panel, I only have one left. We literally sold, I don't know, probably like 6 or 8 of these at the show, but I only have one left that I know of. I'm sure I might find another stash of them somewhere. But I believe this is the very last one ever in the store. S65 is $6. So if you know somebody who likes ducks, you could make 6 different pillows here. That's $1 a pillow. $6 for the panel. We only have one of those. S65. We only have one of those. And then we have some cuts. So here on this this duck, I have 2 half yards. So $4 per half yard, $2 a fat quarter. Of course, if you want all of it, then we'll make sure that you get all of it. But they are 2 half yard pieces at $4 a half yard, $2 a fat quarter. And then we have the blue. So it's the same one, but in blue. And that is S67. And we did $7 a yard if you want the whole yard, $4 for a half yard, or $2 for a fat quarter. So that's the blue sky background, and we only have 1 yard left of this piece. So if you're getting the panel of the ducks, you might want to grab these. Super good prices. That's like $8 a yard ish. Okay, let's see. I don't even know where to begin so that this doesn't all fall. Okay, here is some good batiks. These are kind of like a onesie. Well, we have some pieces. This is a 2 yard piece. $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 for a fat quarter. So there's $2 total. So if you want the 2 yards, it'd be $14. So S90 is a great purpley pink. S90, $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. And then here's a great kind of you could use this as a sky or just a great background. It is not a batik. This is like a cheater batik. It is definitely not a batik. It's just a solid kind of a print tone on tone. Looks like a batik, but it is definitely not a batik. Batiks usually are you can use either side of them, but this definitely is a printed material. So S94 is $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. You know, we don't want to do fat quarters, but we will if you only want a fat quarter, but you might as well get the half yard. We're just trying to get it out of here. OMG, this is some fossil fern fabrics. This was in all of our collections. They've actually reprinted this. If you've been quilting for any amount of time, you have this in your stash. This was one of my favorite colorways. I used this as a background for a lot of things back in the day. S93. S93 is, there's a yard and 30 inches here. $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. S93. I do not think this one is a batik either. This is Binner Tex, but it is not a batik, but it's kind of like a tone on tone solid, but a great kind of mustardy color. S91. There's a yard and 8 inches, $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. Okay, Donna Baker needs a trash to treasures. Hey, Tina, how are you? So we're just kind of clearancing out. We found a whole stash of fabric, so we've got good prices on these. So if you need to just build your stash or you're looking for good quality fabric but inexpensive, we're $7 a yard is what all of these are. So if you need 1 yard, half yard, fat quarters, $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. Because we don't love doing fat quarters. We'll do them, but we don't love them. Okay, here's another really pretty one. It kind of like ombres out into all kinds of colors. But what I love about it when it's one piece of fabric, that it's all going to kind of flow together. So this is what I would use for like applique flowers and different things. Yeah, it would be a good sunset, or this would be like a good pond and water. Yeah. Yep.
I almost put this one away, so you guys are lucky to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was taking it.
1 yard, 20 inches, $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. And then this one is a batik, I believe, but I would say not the best quality batik. So this one I would say is not the best quality batik. So we're going to do this one $5 a yard. So $5 a yard, $2.50 a half yard, and let's see, $2 a fat quarter. So it is a batik. It is beautiful, but I think the thread count is not what we're usually accustomed to. I always like to tell you, since you can't touch it yourself. I would definitely use it, but no, I would applique a flower or something with it. I wouldn't piece with it necessarily because it is kind of a lighter thread weight. Thread count in the original gray goods before they dyed it. It was a less quality. 1.5 yards total here. $5 a yard, $2.50 a half yard, $2 a fat quarter. And then these two I found out in the shop. Somebody had put them in with batiks. But so I have 4 fat quarters of these. They are super nice. I would actually add these to my stash. So you have S98, 225 a fat quarter, and we have 4 of these, 4 of each. So 225 S98, S99 is also 225. This one is a really beautiful one. This one I would also use for flowers. I want to go back to hand appliquing flowers and like sitting outside and listening to music while the sun sets while I drink a glass of wine. That sounds like a really good idea right now. S99 and S98. Those are 2 great ones, good quality fabrics. This is a Robert Kaufman, and this is a Moda marble. So great quality fabrics, $2.25 a fat quarter. Super good pricing.
I'll take 99.
Oh, there's 4 of them. How many do you want?
Oh, just.
Okay. Here is a batik. This one this is like what Eleanor would use for flesh tone fabrics, because look, it really does kind of look like my skin. I personally do not like batiks in doll making, because to me they like leave weird spots. I don't want to know that my skin is blotched like that. Even though it is, I don't want to know it, okay? S160, $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. Do you still have the ombre one? Which ombre one, Sue? We have a wide back ombre. I think we only have 2 wide back ombres. I don't think we have oh, did I show an ombre one today and I said this is like an ombre? I think it was this one. Are you talking about this S92? Sue, are you talking about that one, S92? Oops. Terracotta typed it in first, and she said she'd take all of it. So we don't have it anymore, Sue. Sorry. Terracotta was first, and she said all. And you know me, I'm going to give it to all so we don't have to cut it. So no, in the shop we do have 2 ombres, but they're wide backs. S160 is kind of like this would be a great background fabric, I think. And it is a good quality. But I do believe it is a batik. Yeah, it is a batik. So S160, S160. And then this, we have 2 1-yard cuts, and I'm not sure who the manufacturer is on this one. Crystal Michael Miller. So this is from the Crystal collection for Michael Miller. We have 2 1-yard cuts, $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. Do you want to put the phone on here so you don't have to? But I do have some panels and they're all the way through. Sorry. S157 is a really pretty lime green. I know, Sue. Well, darn. I know. Okay, here's another really pretty one. There's 1 yard of this one, S158, and it has been pre-washed. S158 is $7 a yard, $3.50 a half yard. Fat quarters are $3. So S158, that one is a really pretty one. Well, those are my colors. I love those colors. It is not a batik, I don't think, though. But it is the same on both sides. So it's kind of like a marbled effect. It is the same on both sides. So it could kind of be considered a batik, but I don't think it is. S158, S158. And then we just got these back in. So you guys have bought these before, but we took them to a show, so we didn't come back with that much. So if you need these, we just got the main prints. S156. S156 is the Highland Cow. If you're doing handmade greeting cards, you could cut these out and then put these individually on the greeting cards. You could also, you could like cut this out and put it on the center of your overalls and then put these like, on your rear end or something. I mean, there's all kinds of fun things you could do with those, or you could just put them in the center of a quilt. But all kinds of fun things. And then it has a Go With It fabric, S155, S155. So both of these are $9 a yard. S155 is the boots and hats, and 156 is the patches with the boots, the flowers, the butterflies. If you're doing junk journaling, these would be fun to cut out and put on there. Really, you could make pillows with them. You could make hot pads. You could come out and sew them onto hand towels and then do like a little ruffle with this one or something. And I only got the 2 main prints because the other ones were kind of just blendery. So you can just pull from your stash and use the Go With It fabrics.
Terracotta got 158.
158.
Yeah. She was first.
Oh yeah, terracotta's fast. Okay, I have 2 of these panels left. You can make pillows, or you could turn them into a quilt. You could put it on the back of a flannel jacket. Flannel shirt. You could, like, if I wanted to put this on the back of a jean jacket or a flannel jacket, I would just cut kind of close to the design so that it's a better size for on your back. But you could cut these and put them onto that. You could make pillows. You could put them in a quilt. S150 is $8. So S150, you get 6 different designs for $8. That's like $1.50 a design or $1.25 a design, I guess. So we only have 2 of these panels left. S150. S150. And this, I believe we only have 1 of these panels left. S149. It just clutters up the shop when I have 1 panel on the wall and then people don't know where it is to buy it. And so we're clearancing them out. S149 is $10. S149 is $10. These would be cute on the back of a flannel jacket, a flannel shirt. And let me see, S149 is $10. So you're saving $4. I don't know. I don't know if I showed this. I was so sick before we left for the show, so I don't know if I showed you this, but I did finish this flannel jacket. So I put, it's just a flannel shirt, and I put this panel, can you just show them up there so I don't have to go get one? This was the panel up here. And we do have those panels. If you just want one of those flowers, we can get that for you for $6. Just type in you want the flower panel. Or if you want both of them, what did I say, $6? So if you want both of them, $10 today. If you want two of them, $10 today. Hopefully I can remember what I said. But this is what it looks like. It literally took me about 20 minutes. I just treated the panel with Turiel Magic and then cut it out and then thread painted it. And then of course glued the crystals have glue on the back. So I just put them where I wanted them and put my pressing sheet over it and then ironed them on. Then I just pull the pressing sheet off and I touch it to make sure that they've all gotten glued so they're adhered. And then on the front, I used another panel that we had left over and I put one down here.
You should have used one of the felted ones.
I know, I thought about it, but I didn't want to, I didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do the felted one on that side.
Well, and then I was going to put 3 because I had 3 left over from that panel.
Yeah.
So I was going to put 3, but the girls said that was too much.
Oh,
So
never too much.
oh, that's what I say. It's never too much.
Never too much.
But literally, it was so quick and easy. And then, of course, I had to put a little bit of bling right up here on the collar to pull it all together. So that was a super quick and easy project, but it just blings up your flannel shirts. You can do it with any panel. So like the panel that Doris is folding right now, you could do the turtles, you could do the hummingbird. If the dragonfly would be really pretty, but you've got like, I think 8 different projects here that you could put on the back of a jacket or flannel shirt. If you were wanted to do like kind of inexpensive Christmas gifts, you could go that flannel shirt I just showed you. I got at the thrift store for probably like $6.99. I did get because I went to the bins. OMG, I'm so in love with the bins, except for this one was not as good as the one in Albuquerque. But like I literally picked up, I don't know where Devin went. I picked up this shirt, right? This shirt I picked up, it still has the tags on it.
From the thrift store?
From the thrift store. It's a 3X. It's a Van Heusen. It literally has the tags on it. It was $65. $65 from the Big and Tall store. But I figure for us, we can embellish it. And then,
Checking.
yeah. Yeah.
Or dress.
Or like, yeah.
Things under it.
Or cut it and then put like a not a ruffle, but like a pleated ruffle, like the recycled shirts that I've shown you guys in the past. But so you can get a lot of great, I hate to tell you, go to the thrift store and find your treasures, but I have so many treasures. I had like, I could barely carry out all my treasures from the bins because they don't have bags. So you have to like carry it all out yourself. And it was $26 for like 2 armfuls of stuff.
What thrift store was that?
It's the Goodwill bins. So they literally wheel everything in wheelbarrows, and then you have to dig through it. No, no, they only have them like New Mexico, Spokane, Washington, but everything gets taken in. It's like a warehouse.
Okay.
Everything gets taken in wheelbarrows, and then you dig. And so when they switch out, like every 15 minutes, they take the wheelbarrows out and then bring new ones. But when they do that, everybody has to get behind the red line. And so the professionals there are like eyeing it as it's coming, and then they'll like literally like kick you out of the way so they can be the first one to step over the red line if they see something good. So it kind of reminds me of like when I was like 10 years old and like climbing on the conveyor belts at Toys R Us in the back loading docks to get the perfect Cabbage Patch Kids. And the little old ladies there would like be beating us up to get the ones that they wanted. That's what it reminds me of at the bins. It gets a little bit brutal.
Victor wants to buy her shirt
Oh, my flannel shirt?
for $100.
Oh, you do, Joy? Okay, I'll have to, the next time we do Puyallup, we'll have to check that one out. because what I found is the Phoenix stores and the New Mexico thrift stores, they're 100 times better than our thrift stores here in Nevada. Like the treasures and the clothes that still have the tags on it are crazy. So I'll have to check that out, Joy. Where has Virginia been? Oh, Lucretia, Virginia has had she's had some family issues. So she's been super busy trying to get some of her family members resituated. And then her nephew came to live with her to kind of like help him out while he was working near where they live. But then he ended up having an accident, I think, on his bike I don't know, but so they're ending up taking care of him. So they've been really busy with family stuff. But I talked to her the other day and she said she needs to get back to sewing. But I did, for those of you who have been following my adventures with the Treasures of the Gypsy, she this week is putting 2 boxes in the mail to me. So we should have some amazing embellishments and trims and fun stuff. She's doing color stories. So I think she's doing pink and orange or something this month. So every month I'm buying a box from her so that we can make our stashes better. We can elevate our stashes. So I'm super excited about that. Oh my gosh, Lupita is in Japan. When did you go to Japan, Lupita?
Oh my gosh,
She's there now.
her back must be okay.
She had surgery. Her back's better. Okay, let's see. How much for that shirt? Well, Judy said $100.
Starting at 100.
But I don't know. Should we auction it off?
Yeah, starting at 100.
Starting at 100. Let me think about how much I want to sell it for, because that means I would have to make a new sample, Victor.
Tune in next week.
Yeah,
for
tune
the
in next
decision.
week. Because I'm not sure, because I would have to make a new sample. And it only took me 15 minutes, but I don't know if you guys have this issue, but it's just getting started. I got all these great ideas up in my head. And if I can just get started, block everything else out of my way and just say, oh, this is all I'm doing tonight, and I don't care what else needs to be done. Like I should probably clean the toilets, go make dinner, do some laundry. If I can block all of that out, then I can actually sew, and it's so quick. It's crazy how you can finish something so quick.
Oh, I get started. I never get it finished.
I know, because you have to go take care of the grandkids, or you have to answer the phone, or
It's better if my phone went dead. So it's better if you just sit and relax.
Yes.
Watch you.
Yes, exactly.
And I'll put my hand up and then they're out of luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes. Okay, here's another really good panel. These are for table mats, but we also have a tote bag pattern that Peggy made using the placemats. S148 is $6. So if you put a different backing on them, you would get 6 placemats, or you could use the gingham on the back and get 3 placemats. So up to you how you want to do it, how many placemats you need.
Daffodils and put them on a flannel shirt.
Yeah. Well,
Because I really
the
see-
daffodils though would be cute.
On
Look
the
at that
pants.
up the leg of your pants. Oh, that would be super cute. Yeah, so you could cut out the daffodils and do some applique and then use the other stuff for something else. Like maybe to make a coordinated shirt to go with your pants. I'm really into really coordinated outfits. If only I could actually get them done. I'm really trying for Reno. So for the Reno Quilt Show, we have a Dream It, Create It, Share It fashion show every afternoon. And so Lynn just stopped by. She's got 2 more outfits. So I do not know how we're gonna have so many outfits. We have 30 minutes, guys. So somehow we're going to have to parade everybody across the stage at the same time in all of our outfits. Because we've got multiples. But I'm kind of excited that everybody's excited about it. So S148 is $6. S148 is $6 for the panel. I do think I might want to make a kind of a tank top or blouse or something out of the gingham part and then put that on my legs of my pants.
And start thinking about what else the panels will do, not just panel.
Exactly. Okay, here's another placemat, S127, 2 coffee placemats, S127. So if you're thinking about you want to practice your free motion stitching or your quilting, these are great for you to do because they're a small size. So you can practice your machine quilting on these. And then you have Christmas gifts. So just think about getting Christmas stuff ready. And in that box, I always talk about now instead of waiting until November, because you might not get it done in November. Okay. Start now. And we have 2 of these panels left.
Terracotas has paraded everybody through the aisles of the show.
Oh, we could do like a conga line through the show.
Last year, was it last year? Lynn was at the front door every day, every hour. She changed her clothes.
Lynn. So Lynn, it was fantastic. So Lynn and Kathy went through the show all day long. And if you had something you had made or a tote bag you had made,
they gave you a ticket.
They gave you a raffle ticket. And then at the fashion show, we drew winners. We only drew one winner every day at each fashion show, but this time I think we're going to have multiple winners, just because it's gotten so big. But I did send out an email, so you guys know the behind the scenes. I did send out an email to the other vendors yesterday, asking them if they've got an outfit or a purse that they want to highlight at the fashion show, that they can send over a model with their tote bag or whatnot and tell you what pattern it is so you can go back to their booth and purchase it. Because a lot of times when you go into a vendor booth, it's so crowded, you really don't see everything. You kind of do a walkthrough. But when they show you something individually, you're like, oh my gosh, I love that. So that's kind of the idea behind the fashion show, besides, all of our great stuff. But we might have to do that, a whole line and parade it through, because we literally have so many outfits.
They're $6. The coffee placemat.
S127 is $6 for the coffee placemats. S127 is $6. I made a yo-yo maker holder outfit out of placemats.
Oh.
So it's portable. I made a yo-yo maker holder. To hold your yo-yo makers? Okay, you're gonna have to out of play. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, so you can just grab it and then go. That's a good idea, because I don't know where I might have taken mine upstairs, but my yo-yos are in plastic bags. I'm just not that organized. I wish I was. But I take them to shows and then I demo when it's slow. I demo yo-yo makers. But I probably do need a container for them. So already made, well, I would need an already made placemat. And then I would need Phyllis to sew it into a bag for me so that it's ready to go. Okay, so we have only one kit left for this bag. This is a big bag for you to put your quilts in. It's lightweight. We did tissue dyeing on it. So if you haven't tried the tissue dye technique, it is a lot of fun. This one has in this kit, we only have one kit left. It has this panel and it has this panel, and then it has the lining fabric. It has what you need for the handles. It has the batting, everything you need to make that bag. S131, we have one left. It's normally $35, so we took $10 off today. It has everything you need and a cute little picture of Devin. It has the tissue dye, it has the pattern, it has the batting, it has everything you need. S131 is $25, so you're saving $10. There's only one of those, but I do have 2 of the BU panels. So you can turn this into the center of a quilt, or you could turn it into a pillow, a cute little wall hanging. S130 is $3. S130 is $3. You could, if you don't want to do tissue dyeing, but you want to add some color, you could embroider around the petals or the leaves. You could color it in with the fabric pencils and crayons. There's a lot of fun things you could do if you use this kind of as a canvas. So S130 is $3 BU. And here's another panel. We have a lot of random panels that we've sold out of the fabric lines. 126 is $10. 126 is $10 for this one. S126. I think we have 6 of these panels left. S126. So $10. If you are like, I like to have one baby quilt already made, just sitting in my drawer in case somebody, like, I didn't realize they were pregnant and I need a baby gift all of a sudden. Or they, like your hairdresser or somebody. And I like to do panels because I learned a long time ago that most of my friends, I did a hand applique quilt. And like, they were like, oh, that's great. It was not that exciting. That like 2 weeks later, I needed one. And so I just threw a panel together and everybody was like, oh, it's so cute. So I learned there that they have no idea the difference between hand applique that took me forever and a panel. So I just do panels now. No, I'm going to save my hands and my time to do something I want to do. Okay. I don't know if I showed you guys the Yosemite National Park. S124 is $14. The national parks kind of come and go pretty quick. So if you need the Yosemite National Park S124, S124. And these are fun. We were up at a shop yesterday in Reno, and they had taken the national parks, but they took the big bold prints and they did the one block wonder with it. So that would be a fun thing if you wanted to make it bigger. You need 7 panels because you keep one panel whole for the center of the quilt, and then you layer the other 6 panels and then kind of do that kaleidoscope or one block, one panel quilt, one fabric quilt kind of thing. One fabric quilt.
You'd have to show me.
Oh my gosh, you didn't do the one block wonder? Well, we did the one block wonder, but with panels. So we leave one panel whole, then we cut the other panels up and they turn into kaleidoscopes. Oh. But it is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, S124. And we have a fabric line. We only have I did find 2 more panels. So I think we have 5 total of these panels left, but we don't have enough of the fabric. We have a sample quilt made, but we don't have all the fabric. So I'm not showing you that because I don't want you to say, oh, I want it to look just like that, because we can't do it anymore. So S76 is $11. Where you go, I go. Explore, go someplace where no one knows your name. Adventures together last a lifetime. So this would kind of be a great one for like a wedding quilt or something. S76 or just a family quilt. S76 is $11 for the panel. And then we have 2 colorways for the fabric lines. S0602. Kind of words and patches. This one would be good just to be able to fussy cut. Let's go somewhere. Adventures together last a lifetime. Roam, wander, go your own way. Trust your instincts, explore. Then this is a world map fabric. And so you've got all of these here in this kind of the darker colorway. S0602, there's 5 of those fabrics for $45, so $9 a yard if you buy the collection. This is the lighter colorway. And then it has the world map, but not colored in. So it's the same print. Oops. It's the same print as this one, but just a great background. It's got your passport, cameras, S0601. There's 6 of them. So $54, $27 for half yards, $18 for fat quarters. So even if you don't get the panel, these are great fabrics to put together for a quilt. Kind of, I would say it doesn't necessarily have to be manly, but it is a great man fabric. And we have a few of the 10-inch squares. So S177 is normally $49.95, I believe. Yeah, $49.95. So we knocked $5 off. So S117. And it's got the blenders. It's got all of the different fabrics, even the ones we've sold out of. So all of the different fabrics in there, that would be a good layer cake project. And then we have some of the fabrics left in the collection at $10 a yard. S84 is the passports and visas and transfer passes and boarding passes, all the paperwork you need when you're traveling. S84. S85 is the globes and the compass. S85. This would even be fun if you've got like a bachelor or something and you want to make him a microwavable potato bag. That's a good one for that. S83. S83 is the ships. I think it's that way. S83, it is directional because you've got the ships and the planes. You want the planes to be up right side up. S83. S82 is the globes and the compasses. S81 is the lighter colorway of the passports and things. S81. $10 a yard, and this is Clothworks. Then you've got the patches. Not all who wander are lost. Well, we might be lost. We just don't know it. And then this says, see the world, see the world, see the world, see the world. I think it just says see the world with glasses. See the world through rose-colored glasses, maybe. S79, S79, and let's any number. S78. S78 is the suitcases. S78 is the suitcases. And this would be a great fabric line to decorate your motorhome in. If you have a motorhome. S77 for you're like Judy and you've got two of them. S77. I think my motorhome, I keep looking at it every time I go in it because it's a 2000. And so I want to like decorate it like Alexander Henry gas leaves. I think would be so much fun. S95 is the darker patches. S95.
Mine doesn't have curtains. Does yours have curtains?
Mine has those like weird balances.
Boxes,
Yeah.
And then it has the
pull-up drapes.
pull down.
Yes.
Pull up.
And it's got like some side hanging things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't have real curtains.
You can't really.
No.
My old one that was a 2005.
Yeah.
I took all that off.
Oh.
And made curtains.
Yeah.
That went with the toppers.
Yeah.
And used those extension rods. You know.
Yeah.
Have the spring.
Yeah.
Got rid of the mini blind.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That jingle when you drive.
Mine don't jingle. Mine go up tight.
Well, I don't have mini blinds. Mine are fabric.
Oh yeah. No, mine
go
are
up.
Yeah. Okay, this collection S0601 is for the lighter collection. S0601. S602 is the darker collection. So if you buy the collections, it's $1 a yard cheaper. Mm-hmm. And then the panel is S76. S76. Can you show the flags or labels again? What was
flags?
Paperwork.
Oh, yeah. The passport. Okay, here. That looks like this. This is the darker. This is the lighter one. The paperwork. That's the lighter one. And then the darker one is this one. So this one has like a black background. This one has kind of a khaki tan background. So those are the passports and the transfers and all of that. Do you have fabric with sayings on a bolt? Yes. Do I need to pre-order? I can only go 1 or 2 days as I will be driving up from the Bay Area. Donna Baker, I would advise you to pre-order the t-shirts. We've already pre-sold 72. And right now I told her to make, I think that the plan was 100. I'm not ordering a bunch of extra ones because I don't want to be stuck with them. So I would advise you to pre-order them. And if you're taking any classes, Marjan's class sold. Marjan has a class there's a couple of classes that are sold out. But there's a lot of fun classes. I'm kind of surprised at
I'm doing the serger quilt class.
the ruffle class. That one's
I'm
almost
not
sold out.
doing the ruffle. I'm doing the other one.
Oh,
There's 2.
well, so I was really shocked. I don't know if you watched the interview yesterday, but they showed me up close and personal because I couldn't understand how they were using a serger to make a quilt. But it actually, on the serger that you'll be using, it has like a finishing stitch, kind of like what's on our leggings. So it's like a serger, but a nice stitch on the outside. But so on the quilt, it kind of looks like a buttonhole stitch. So it's very it's incredible to me.
You
all
got
the different things.
You got the kit from them, no?
I believe they have the kit.
You don't have the kit.
No.
Okay,
No.
I have to go to them.
Yeah, and you can call up to Going Batty and ask them
Yeah.
if you have a choice.
I will.
Yeah, ask them if you have a choice or if it's just everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of their classes, you can pick the fabrics you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have this baby quilt because I don't know how many of you need to make baby quilts right now, but this is a great selection. So if you need this panel, it is $14.
Oh, it's cute.
S70, the panel is $14. S70, and this is how I quilted it. I did custom quilt it. And then I put this minky on the back. So if you want it to look just like this, S70 is just the panel. If you want the kit with the minky and the binding, so here's the binding, the panel, and the minky. S72 is $50, so you're saving $6. S72 is $50. If you want it to look, and I'm going to even take away the Remy hair. I mean, who doesn't need some Remy hair? But if you want a whole collection, because you want to be the best gift there, you can do the Go With It book and the quilt. So this is the Go With It book, and we do have the crinkle in it. If you need the crinkle, so it's all the different colors. If you need the crinkle, S74 is $12. S74 is $12. And I only put this into a couple of pages. I usually put it in the cover pages so that it's crinkling the whole time. But when I don't know who put this one together, but it's on 2 inner pages. But so if you want that fun noise to drive yourself crazy, we have the crinkle. And when I first made my first one, I was like, oh, I don't need to buy the crinkle. I can just use like a cereal box bag, right? Because that makes some noise. But apparently it only makes noise when you're trying to sneak it late at night out of the Fruit Loops. When you actually go to put it in here, it does not make enough noise. So I've already tried it, don't do it. But if you want the panel, S73 is $12. S73 is $12. If you've never made one of these books, let me know and I'll do a demo, but you don't need a demo. You just cut along the dotted lines and then you put your leftover batting scraps inside of it if you want to. You don't have to, but I like it to have a little bit of body. Then you put the right sides together with the batting. Sew around it, leave a little opening and turn it inside out. And then I just top stitch around the whole outside edge so it's a more professional look. And when I top stitch the outer edge, I top stitch it closed so I don't have to hand stitch it closed. So S73 is $12. S73 is $12 for the book so they can learn all their colors. Rainbow, can you see a rainbow in a rainbow train? Yep, there's a rainbow train there, all right. Okay. Phyllis, are you getting a little bit bored? No. Okay. So I got some trims here. We have some trims. Let's see what Doris has picked. We do have heat press batting together. This is Quilter's Fuse batting pieces. So this is 3/4 inches wide. I don't really like the big wide one. I think it's just a waste. I just need I butt my 2 pieces of scrap batting together. And you don't want to overlap them because you don't want that extra bulk. I did have somebody who just stitched them together with like a 1/2 inch overlap. And when I quilted her quilt, it was horrible. Just so you know, it was horrible. And I was custom quilting her quilt. And the whole time I was custom quilting her quilt, I kept just wanting to fix everything. Like it was a white batik background fabric. So you can't have any loose threads. You can't have any, everything has to be clean or you're going to see it through the quilting. And she used Warm and Natural batting, which has those little brown flecks.
Comes right through.
Oh my gosh. I just wanted to, the whole time I was quilting the quilt, I wanted to cry. But I can't make people do things the way I think they should be done, no matter how much I want to. So don't overlap your batting. You want it to butt up together, and then you just iron this. It's fusible on one side. You just iron it, and that will let you use your batting scraps. So it's a great thing to have. S123 is $5.95. S123 is $5.95. Heat batting together. Heat press for batting.
Press for batting.
Okay, here are some springy. I heard Doris say, what is springy? So here are some trims. This is a Rick Rack metallic. It's kind of a pinky rose color. S120 is 69 cents. S120 is 69 cents. And then we've got a purple one. S121 is purple. S121 is purple. So pink and purple metallics. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys. If you need the Rick Rack Rose demonstration, let me know. And then I did find.
Can you do it with that little tiny?
Yes, you can definitely do it with these. You can make Rick Rack Roses out of these. Also, I found, so I don't know, I've never used pre-made bias binding, but Lynn uses it on everything. So I inherited a box of the pre-made bias binding. So I don't know where I made a vest. I don't know where it is. I haven't unpacked it yet, but I put the bias binding on it. It goes together so fast. Oh my God, it was like a miracle.
So the next time it comes in boxes, you don't want us to put it in the auction.
No, I'm not auctioning it ever again. I actually ended up putting some tiny little bias fold stuff onto a little coaster that I made the other night. But inside the box, there was some rickrack. And inside that, there was directions on like 10 different rickrack flowers. So we're going to have to experiment with that, and we'll do demos on it. So S120 and S121. I don't really know. My mom was a home ec teacher, and we did clothing for 4-H. Like I won the Make It With Wool contest when I was like 16. And I'm not really sure why I have never been exposed to pre-made bias binding. But because quilters don't really use it for anything because we need to make everything from scratch. But there are no quilt police, and I'm going to tell you, I love it. I am like a convert to the pre-made bias bindings.
My mom is it. We're a whole family.
Well, I don't know why my mom never used it. Okay, S122. S122 is $1 a yard. S122, it's like a pink crocheted trim. S122. S119 is 135 a yard. I'm trying to see which side. So if you pull this thing, because some of you might not know, or you're just a lot smarter than me. I don't know how old I was when I realized that you're supposed to pull this bottom string and then it creates the fringe. So this is a fun fringy one, but you do have to pull this bottom string to let the fringe loose.
What happens when you wash it?
It should be fine washed.
Okay.
I don't know. I might,
Fringes more.
yeah. I might do it delicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or hand.
Yeah, yeah. S135 is a dollar
Cute on a
19.
jean jacket.
119, it would be super cute on a jean jacket. 119 is a dollar 35.
Springy.
It is very springy. Or on your dolls, or I mean, you can even put this on the bottom of a wall hanging quilt would be cute. S119 is a dollar 35 a yard.
Uses it for hair on her.
Yeah, hair is perfect. 119 is a dollar 35 a yard. And then here is some elastic. S116.
That's just because it fell on my head. So.
Okay. So it fell on Doris's head, so she's like, we got to get rid of this. This is black elastic. It is 1 inch wide, $1.50 a yard. So if you're making skirts, this would be good in your skirt. S116 is $1.50 a yard. And this looks like somebody has to clean this up.
That's why I brought
So
it.
Doris brought it so that it doesn't have to be untangled. Well, or so that we'll untangle it tomorrow when it's not her day. This is a fun one. I use this. It kind of reminds me of cherries, but I also use it on like Christmas pillows because you got the red and green going on, kind of a perky
I
green.
used it on my tea towels.
Tea towels would be cute too. Yeah. Yeah. Or a wine tea towel would be cute. S118 is $2.50 a yard. 118 is $2.50 a yard. And here's another good one if you're doing pillowcases. You can do these for the grandkids. Or I think they would be cute pajama bottoms for Christmas. If you want to make matching pajama bottoms, this is a great price point. So S58 is $7 a yard. Don't you want to make matching Christmas bottoms for all your grandkids?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're like 6 feet tall and.
We'll make them shorts. Make them shorts.
I need shorts.
S58 is $7 a yard. Nightmare Before Christmas. So if you have anybody who collects Nightmare Before Christmas, you can make them a pillow. You can make them a potato bag. All kinds of fun things you can do. I still have to do the popcorn bag. I don't know. I've been on a popcorn binge, so I need to make the microwave popcorn bag so I can show you guys the demo. S58 is $7 for the Nightmare Before Christmas. And then I thought we were sold out of this panel, but when I was trying to clean up and organize, I found 2 more of them. It's like stuff breathes at night when I'm not here. Okay. This is the goat and the baby. So I have 2 more of these panels. If you've got like a boy, this is a great boy quilt, I think, but it's actually a great anybody quilt. S151, $8 for the panel. S151 is $8. That big mama goat kind of has like Remy's face. S151 is $8 for the panel. And then we do have, I made a sample, but I loaded the backing wrong. So sometimes when we're busy here at the shop, I'll throw on shop samples just to get them quilted. And Minky, you really have to pay attention to what way, because it can only go onto the long arm one direction because the selvage edges have to be on the outside edge, because you have the cut edge, you have to pin so that it's stabilized. Otherwise, when you take it off the long arm, it sucks in like this and it's tragic. You're going to rip out your whole quilt or throw it away. Trust me. Don't do it. So I was rushing and I just threw on a shop sample. It's the wrong way, so I had to cut it in. I had to cut off like 8 inches of the quilt. So we do have a sample, but
It's upside down.
Goes the other way.
it's not the full size. But if you want this, we do have S152 is $45. 152 is $45, and it is already quilted with this luxury Minky. Do you have to go to the bathroom?
No.
luxury minky. So we also did just get more of the luxury minky in. So this is S152 is $45. So if you need a baby gift already quilted and ready, it's ready to go.
A bargain.
I know. Minky's luxury minky's not cheap.
No.
We also have this where we use that similar minky. We have a kit for this. So this is the back side. If you've never felt the luxury minky, it is like I could just pet it all day.
Luxurious.
Yes, it is very luxurious. So this is a easy one. I actually made this. You just pull the backing over. It's not quilted, and then you just do like a zigzaggy stitch onto the blanket. So it's super easy. It comes in a kit from the Shannon Fabrics. It includes this book here. So you've got, I don't know where here, that's the cover of the book, On the Farm. It is also out of Minky. And you can tell we love that crinkly stuff. I'm not sure why any parent would want that in the book, but apparently you guys do.
It's like popping the stuff that you tapping.
Yeah.
Tapping.
I would not let my kids, like I would.
Grandparents make it too.
Yes,
Yes. Children.
yes.
That's exactly why we do
Right,
it.
right. I don't want it at my house, but I'll make it for their house.
That's right.
S154 is $59. That includes everything you need. So it has the book, it has directions, it has the backing and the front for the barnyard quilt and blanket. The blanket and the book, S154 is $59. S154 is $59, and it is normally $59.95. So you're saving a whole 95 cents. What a deal. What a deal.
That's what you told me to
I
do.
know. Well, Minky's not cheap,
Worth it.
and Minky is really expensive for them to ship it to. Okay, here is the luxury Minky. If you need any of this shipped to you, or you can pick it up in the shop, S153 is $22.95 a yard. It is 58 to 60 inches wide. S153 is $22.95. And Minky is a little bit trickier to work with. You have to double pin it to secure it so it doesn't move around too much. But it is worth it.
It goes everywhere. You have
It
to put
does.
tape on it when you cut it.
Yeah, it goes everywhere. Like you're going to breathe it up your nose and in your eyelashes, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
It is.
Okay, here is another Halloween panel. I only have one of these left. S59. So you can make cute little Halloween bags. You could make pillows for all your friends, or you could just make a quilt. You could put it on the back of a jacket. You could put it on the back of a flannel. Really, you could do anything your heart desires with it. S59 is $11. S59 is $11. And then we have a fabric line here. This panel, I only have one of these left. S39 is $11. This one is one of my favorites. Look at the bottom shoes, the witch's shoes on the bottom. And then you've got the raven. You can make pillows. You can make a quilt. You can make you could literally make anything your heart desires. S39 is $11. I'm gonna have to think of some new things to say. S39 is $11. There's only one of those left. We have only one of these quilt kits. S54 is $80. It was $89.99, so you're saving $9.99. That is like 20% off. So you get the pattern, you get all the fabric that you need with the binding. You just need background fabric, but I don't know if you can see that up close and personal without the glare.
There you go.
And then it has, it's 58 by 68, so it's a good size kit. We only have one of those kits left. It looks like it'd be a pretty fun one. You're going to sew the bats in and the fence and the pumpkins. And then, looks pretty easy. Like you could do it at a retreat without too much thinking. But it does kind of look like the cat is in the cauldron. Like, are we cooking Do I see that right? I think, I don't know. Is the cat in the cauldron?
It's behind, is the cat the one stirring the cauldron?
Or
It's sitting on the other side.
it's on the fence?
Yeah.
Okay. S52 is for the collection at $10 a yard. So this is the border print here. So you get, let me see, trick or treat. So you get 4 different repeats. So you could use your 60-degree ruler to make something with this, or you could just make a bench pillow with it. All kinds of fun things you can do with a border print. Here is the all over cats. Here's the tossed cat eyes. More cats, tossed pumpkins, the Harlequin, I think is what we decided it was. And then here's another border print. So all of those, S0552 is $10 a yard. There's 7 pieces in the collection, $10 a yard, $70. Half yards is $35. Fat quarters are $24. So I don't want to tell you guys to be hoarders and stock up, but fabric is going to have another price increase very soon, I hear. And so no joke, like we're looking at like $16 a yard. It just makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Makes me want to cry. Okay, so we do have 2 yards left of this border print. So if you just want the border print, we only have 2 yards left, $11 a yard, $5.50 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. So that is the border print. We only have 2 yards left of that. And then on the bolt, we have S56. So we have the cats, S56, $11 a yard. S57 is the bats, only $10 a yard. So we've got the background bats, $10 a yard, $2.75 a fat quarter. And we have a little bit of this border left. It does have a cute little raven. Oh, look at the spiders climbing up the pumpkin. S63, $11 a yard. And then we have, these kind of creep me out.
Oh no, they look gorgeous when you have them in a strip.
Yeah.
They really do.
Okay.
I used them for Finn.
Okay. S64. S64 is tossed cat heads with almost glow in the dark eyes. They don't glow in the dark, but they look like they glow in the dark. S64. They for sure follow you. They for sure follow you. S64, $11 a yard. Okay, so if you need the collection, S0552 is 7 different pieces. You've got 2 border prints. This one is a smaller border print. I don't think the 60-degree ruler will work with it, but I could be wrong. But these are a great size to cut and put at the bottom of tea towels. So that is S0552. S0552. And then we have mermaids. So we have the mermaid doll. This is an Eleanor Peace Bailey mermaid doll. It's her hair is starting to fall out. I need to like give her a new hairdo. But this one I made, so I'm pretty sure you could make it if I can do it. This is a very simple doll. Very easy, very few parts. If you wanted to kind of test your abilities at doll making, this would be a good one to do. And S108 is $12. S108 is $12. And then we have Sea Breeze, a mermaid and a fish. She's only 9 inches. So if you want to do a quick, easy one, S110. S110 is $6. S110 is $6. And then we have a Connie Spurlock. These are 5 tropical fish to applique. So you can put them together and make pillows, hot pads. Really, you can applique it onto anything. But all these little applique designs are in this pattern. So you just need fusible, or you could needle turn, of course. S109 is $10. S109 is $10. And then we do have a Laura Heine, the Siren mermaid in a bottle. It's all collaged. So that's a fun one to do. S107 is $32. S107 is $32. It ends up being 44 across by 72 long.
Wow.
This collage quilt is made by fusing many different fabrics on a foundation. So that's a fun one. I taught the class years ago, and one of the gals from Reno made that one, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, so we do have, this is a famous designer. Let's see, Josephine Wall. It's Call of the Sea. Josephine Wall, so a lot of you guys might collect her stuff. S106 is $10. It's very magical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to look close at all the details. Like this mermaid here is literally holding the ship up. Just lots of fun, a little detail-y, magical princessy. S106 is $10. 106 is $10. I think that we have 5 of these left. S106. I never made the sample. So back in the day when we used to do 2 shows a month, we would order like 3 or 4 bolts of every panel. So we would could take them to all the shows because we'd make the samples and then we take that same stuff to the shows for 1 year. And so so we have 5 of these left, and then we'll be done with that collection. I only have 1 of these left. This was a big seller. I think we sold 6 of these at the show in Spokane. S105 is $10. S105 is $10. We only have 1 of them left. So if you're interested in it, there's only 1 left. S105 is $10. S105 is $10. And then we have the fabric collections. I think I did $8 a yard. So this is kind of your more traditional. That one's a fun one, just the chairs. This is kind of more traditional, under the ocean kind of thing. Well, at the ocean. S0501, 6 1 yards is $48. Half yards $24. Fat quarters are $16. These are the ones that go with the Josephine Wall. So this collection here, this has these ones. I think those would be fun. Like if you need a fat quarter, we have it on the bolt. Those would be fun, I think, to do with collaging or junk journaling or putting on cards. Then here's an under the sea, different ones. This one you have to look closely because along with the dolphins fishing, you've got the little mermaid also. And then here's her dolphins and ocean water. So 6 of those, S0500, S0500, 6 of them, $48, 24 for fat half yards, 16 for fat quarters. And then we have some of the bolts for $10 a yard. S69, S69 is $10 a yard. S69 is $10 a yard. S104 is the sand dollars. S104 is $10. Fat quarters are $2.50. So if you only need a fat quarter, it's $2.50. S103, S103, S103. And then S102 is the mermaid holding up the ship. S102, $11 a yard. S102. And then this one is always popular. S101 is all the riding in the sand. So sunny days, dream away, enjoy, sunny days, beach, life is good. S100 is kind of a Nemos of the Sea. S100, $11 a yard. The Nemos of the Sea. S100. And then that's it for the ocean fabrics. So the collections again, these 6 1 yards of this is $48, $24 for the half yards, $16 for the fat quarters. And then the ones that go with the Josephine wall. Again, there's 6 different fabrics. And S0500. S0500. We don't have very much of this left. We really should have this at like $25 a yard minimum. This is sort of the last of the Alexander Henrys. Darts, miter corners, shearing, perfect points. Honey, you look tops. And there's extra money in the budget thanks to my new sewing machine know-how. Yeah, of course, that's a true statement. That gown is stunning. Oh, thank you. And I made it myself. Look at the way she's dressed. Must be throwing Harry's money around. So just kind of funny and comical sewing stuff. Home sewing is easy and helps keep the home fires burning. And there's extra money in the budget. Oh yeah. Okay. So anyways, that's Alexander Henry. It is probably the last of it. So sad. S61 is $13 a yard. S61 is $13 a yard. And then this is one that we just have 1 yard of. I know, this is a good one. $10 a yard, $5 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. S60, there's 1 yard of it left. S60, $10 a yard, $5 a half yard, $3. It is by 3 Wishes Fabrics. It was from the Good Dogs 2 line. So S60, $10 a yard. And then this collection we showed you guys before. We sold out of the panel. The panel was beautiful blue flower. We've sold out of it. We do not have this. Virginia, this one of Virginia's patterns, she just sent this to us as a sample. And so it is a great fabric. The bag is lined. It's got pockets. It's a 3-hour bag, quick and easy bag. S111 is the pattern, but it'd be great for any panel. So if you got panels with like 12-inch blocks, you could put the panel there. It's a perfect one for a panel. S111 is $12. The bag front has several creative options. Pick an interesting fabric, quilt, or embellish it and frame it on the front, or make a creative quilt block for the bag. The 3-hour bag is for the bag assembly. You can spend as long as you wish creating the center of the bag. So I had to read you the disclaimer. S111 is the bag pattern. We do have 2 fabrics that are sort of similar to that feel. These are the seagulls. This one was a beautiful, beautiful one. S113 is $12 a yard. S113 is $12 a yard. And then we've got the trees, S112. S112 is $12 a yard. And then if you need the batting to go in the center, this is the flex foam, which makes it stand up so nice. It's a little bit stiffer than regular batting. So flex foam, lightweight stability and long-lasting body. So you can put it in a quilt, but you can put it in a tote bag. You can put it in a basket. This is 20 inches by 60 inches, and it is $22. 60 inches by 20 inches is $22. And then here is the NR Form Plus Unique Fusible Foam Stabilizer, 18 inches by 58 inches, and it's $14. I wonder why the other one was so much more expensive. We'll have to look into that. But the NR Form is $14.
Is one iron-on and one's not?
Yeah, but the iron-on one is the cheaper one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Thicker.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's unusual.
It's a different product, so it might be that it's stiffer.
Oh.
We'll have to look into that. Yeah, look into that. Okay, we have a few doilies here, and so this is what Eleanor did with her doilies. Is she just made these cute little angels. Super easy. There's no body here. The doily is the body. The legs are literally, I mean, you could not get a less sewn together doll. They're just kind of stuffed and just sewed across the doily. So, I mean, the biggest thing is going to be making your faces. She just embellished it with some fake flowers for the hair. I mean, the back of the head is bald. Just very, very simple. So we do have this pattern by Connie Spurlock, and it is with Battenberg, I think is what that lace used to be called. So S132 is $10. It does include 6 faces. So you don't have to worry about painting the faces if you don't want to. It includes 6 faces, and then it has the directions on these quick, easily little ornaments. S132 is for the pattern with the faces, and we need a number on each one so they can say which one they want. So what Doris and I were thinking is if you got like this one, right? And you kind of pull it in the center like this, that can be your dress. And then if you take one of these other ones and gather it up in the center, then you have a dress and wings. So then you just stuff this head and put it on there, and you've got a cute little ornament. So pretty easy and fun. I'm going to make one so I can show you how easy and fun. But we have these little doilies. And so we have, they kind of are like lacy here. This doily is S133 and it's $5. S133 is $5. S133.
Carolyn.
S88, yeah. Carolyn, what?
Well, she wrote twice and she wants to know if she got it. And she was first. But Sue Crater said she was first.
S88 is $5. S88 is $5. Who got S105? What was it? 105. Who got S105?
Well, Carolyn got hers in first, then Susan. Then Sue. Then Carolyn repeated it. 105 is the.
On mine, it's what? The dolphin. Sue Cope, I think you already have the dolphin panel. I'm pretty sure you already have the dolphin panel. Carolyn is first on YouTube, though. Carolyn was first on YouTube, so I believe Carolyn got the dolphin panel. But Sue, I'm pretty sure you already have it. Okay, yep. Carolyn, you were first on YouTube.
Go $4 on the smaller ones.
Sure, go $4 on the smaller ones. Okay. So we have these two, but this one is actually really pretty. I had a hard time parting with this one, S89. But if you do like this, look at how cute that little skirt is for an ornament. So S89 is $4, and then scrunch this up. So you could do a little ornament like this, scrunch it up, and then put the wings like that. If you don't like, if the wings are too big, you could always cut right here and then just do smaller wings. So there's a lot of fun things you could do. I'm gonna have to make up a sample because I think they would be really fun ornaments for Christmas. So S88, S133, S96, and S89. Those are the doilies, and it's okay. At some point, Becky just knows that we gave up trying to keep track of everything.
I tried.
Okay, 132. And then we just have a few more things. We have a mushroom line. So this would be great if you want to get a jump start on Christmas gifts or gifts for any time. But Christmas is what we kind of end up in November and like, oh, shoot, I need such and such a gift and this and this and this. So this is the mushroom fabric line. This is the collection. We did it at $10 a yard, which is a really good price. These are super cute. Look at the little mothy butterfly here. S300 is $10 a yard, $30 for the collection, $15 for half yards. The fabric line here is S147. S147. Sophie Stanley used to call these like the salt and pepper fabrics. She would put these in for shading on her appliques, her collages, and then do like the big bright Cape Bassett fabrics on top of it. So S146 is the ferns. You could fussy cut these. I mean, that one would take a lot of time to fussy cut, but you could fussy cut these. But these are always good, like down the backs of your collages of animals and things. And then S145 is the mushrooms. That one's always popular. And then we do have, if you need the whole kit and caboodle, this is what the apron looks like made up, and it comes with the pot holders on the apron and the coasters. This is the tote bag made up, so super cute. And then inside here, we always line our tote bags, but inside here, it's got a little, and it's a heavier weight canvas cotton. So not a real heavyweight canvas cotton, but it is a canvas. And then it says this bag belongs to right here. So you can personalize it. So super cute, Wild Harvest, great little grocery bag for whoever. And then it also has placemats, which I don't think we ever got made. So here is, I think I only have one of the apron and mitts left. S143 is for the 4 placemats, or you could do a tote bag like we've shown you in the past. S143 is $12. 143 is $12. Super cute placemats. S143. Or you could turn this, you could applique like a mushroom or a dragonfly or anything into the center and then turn it into a pillow. That'd be just a great edging around it. S143 is $12. S142 is $16, and this is for the tote bag. S142 is $16, and that is the heavier weight canvas. S142 is $16. And then one apron left. S141 is $19. S141, that makes the hot pads. So if you wanted to make 4 hot pads, you could just use a different fabric as the backing. One of the Go With It fabrics would look perfect. We do line our oven mitts.
Doesn't everybody?
Well, I don't know. Do they?
Well, don't you have to? Because you put you burn.
Oh, yeah. Because you put the Info Bright in it. Yeah.
Bright in.
Yeah. So we do line our fabric, yeah, it has the Insole Bright so that it's like heat resistant.
Yeah.
So you can use batting, but I don't suggest it. But now that I know how to use my serger, wouldn't that look so much better with the serger? Yeah, but super cute little little pot holders. And then so let's see. S141. S141 is $19. You have the coasters, you have the apron, and we do line the apron just to give it a little bit of body. You don't have to, but I prefer it lined.
Yes.
S141 is $19. Then we have some little kitschy things that go with it. If you need a gift bag, we have cute little gift bags. Look at the little squirrel and the mouse. S139 is $4.99 for the cute little reusable gift bag. They're normally $6.99. And then we have S140. This is an iron-on patch. So you could just iron this onto your jeans or whatever, a tote bag, a pillow. You could iron it onto a backpack, anything you want. S140 is $4. And then we have a cute little coin purse. It has the little mouse and the little mouse. S144 is $5 for a cute little, kind of like a reusable plastic coin purse, or you can put your threads or whatnot in there. And we have just 4 more things. So we have a super good deal on glow-in-the-dark ghosts. So cute little glow-in-the-dark ghosts. You could make boxer shorts. You can make pajamas for Halloween. You can make tote bags. The ghosts do glow in the dark. We do have, so that's S128 is $6 a yard. S128 is $6 a yard.
Yes.
We did do pillowcases out of it, and that is the pillowcase kit S129 is $8. The pillowcase kit is $8. S129 for $8. And then, do you want to go in the bathroom to see how? Like, why would we make pillowcases with glow in the dark fabric? I'm kind of questioning that choice. But let's go in the bathroom and see how glowy in the dark it is. Let's see how glowy in the dark it is. Come take a tour to the bathroom. Oh, it kind of does glow in the dark, but I think it will fade, but it's not much. I don't think it would keep you awake, but it might be fun for trick or treat bags. It's just a little glow, just a faint glow. So pretty cute. I don't think it's going to keep anybody awake. If you've never had a tour of our bathroom, this is our girls' bathroom. Whoa, that was a quick tour, Devin. Okay, well, I'll do a tour on a different day with Devin Stilling back there.
Why?
Okay. So the only other thing we have on today's sale,
You want me to let them have it?
I don't care. You decide.
okay, is we have 3 Jason Yenter books.
Put that.
They have
Put this
all
in my
of
bag.
these. Okay, you girls have to stop talking. So we have all these different patterns. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you can see them up close, but 6 different patterns. And in here, the jigsaw, you've got all these different teapots and different patterns. So this whole book is S138 for $10. And then this book has all of these patterns. You've got kitty cats, trucks. Oh, that's a good picture of all the different patterns on the back. So 6 different patterns. I don't know if I can get up there close so you can see it. And that one is S136 for $10. So $10, you get 10 different, 6 different patterns. And then this one is up here. There's this up front. Let me get up real close so you can see the different patterns. So it's a really good price point for patterns. A lot of times patterns are like $12, $15 a piece. That one's a fun one. That one looks like one I would do, and it's a good one for your big focal prints. So all of those in that one, S137 is $10. S137 is $10. And
Did you do this yet?
yeah, we did that one. And then I do, because I showed you a bunch of panels today, I thought that I would just do the panel books. Most of you guys already have these panel books, but they're super popular. So just in case you don't have them, Panel Play is one of the most popular. This one has been a really good seller for us forever. But this is just different ideas of what you can do, how you can put panels together. It kind of helps you to like realize that you can actually design your own patterns and quilts. So this one is Panel Play. S134 is $19.99. S134 is $19.95, sorry. And then this one is a newer one. S135 is $19.95. S135 is $19.95. And then here is the different panels. And so you can see here, this was the snowman panel with the small blocks, and then the coordinating with the big panel. So a lot of times we do get a larger panel than it has the little panels. And that's what they've done here is they've used the bigger panel in the center-ish kind of offset, but then the smaller panels around the sides. So that's a great idea for different panels, because you don't want to just put them in the center. Okay, thank you.
I love you.
Love you too. Okay. So just different ideas of what you can do with panels. A lot of times the artwork is so amazing, you don't really want to cut it up. So here is one. That one's a really neat one. I don't want it to look like it's just a panel. That's why a lot of times I use the chenille it around it. So different ideas to get you inspired. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that panel. And they've just kind of cut it up, put parts of it here, 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 here. That's kind of a really nice fractured one. So this panel book is S135. S135. And I think Lynn Bonner, the Minky that you were looking for did come in. Okay, so that is all we have for today. I have no idea what time it is.
Okay, I can't do that.
I have
Hang on.
I have no idea what time it is. So that's all we have for today. We're gonna call it quits. We won't be doing Mondays for a while just because we're so far behind on everything else in the world. So we're not gonna be doing Mondays until we get caught up and don't feel like we're drowning, which might be never, the 5th of never.
You're doing the Quilt Show Reno interviews though on
Yeah, we're doing the Quilt Show Reno interviews at 3:00, but we're not going to have an auction afterwards. So that is kind of what we're doing here in our lives. If you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, we will see you next Monday for the Quilt Show Reno interviews, and then next Wednesday. Have a great week. Go get some sewing done. Post on Fabric Chick Stitch Along. We love to see what you're doing. All right. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye. 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 Bye.